this isn't working. Hopefully my sound is. Hi everyone. There we go. Now it's working. Let me quickly do a everything check. Good evening. Andrea, welcome. Gulchen, welcome. Let me have a look here. Who else was there? Fat Filbert. Biggles Files Undone. Ian. Okay. I'm just going to keep calling you Ian. That's it. Everyone, welcome. Good evening, good day, good wherever you are. A little bit later today. I actually scheduled it for even 10 minutes later, but I made it on time back in my studio today. Thank you. Good to hear. Good to know. I kind of had a plan. Mark, long time no see. I had a plan to do something, but I guess I won't be doing that since I didn't prepare it. But I want to show you something, and so I'm not even sure if I made paint out of this last week. Did I make paint out of this last week? The Moro Archival Indian Yellow pigment. I really didn't have time to look back. Maybe your memory is better than mine. I'm a sieve at the moment. Bonsoir, watercolorists. Anyway, did I do a live in between? I did. I think Thursday something. Wait, let me click out. I'm so sorry for this. This is terrible. Guten Abend, Sylvie. Yeah, it's always good to say hi to you. So, thanks for doing that. I'm quickly going to have a look if I did do something with Indian Yellow last week. I did do something with Indian Yellow. I know I did do something. Oh, now I have to watch commercials for my own video. Okay, now I know what you mean. These take long. Let me have a look. I did make some Indian Yellow here. Did you make Indian Yellow? Yeah, I did. Haven't you seen? Just play the rewatch. I didn't. Apparently. So I can do that now. Ian, you did see an Indian Yellow video. Yeah, I know, but yeah, right. Okay, so did I show you? Did I show this in any video? This version. This is the Moro Indian Yellow, next to my cobalt jeans. Cobalt jeans. I think I did. I'm not quite sure. I know I didn't show you this because these are mine. So I want to show you something. This is the. I'm just going to let you join my train of thoughts for a tiny sneak. What I did do, since my Indian Yellow that I have, the genuine Indian Yellow that I have, is very old. It's not purified, it's old. And as you can see here, apart from the specs here, because I'm leaving this, you know, too much on my desk, and it's, you know, this is the Moro one. It's brownish, grayish. But this is the genuine Indian yellow one. And the genuine Indian yellow one is actually yellow under black light. But it needs to be fluorescent. And there's a clear difference here in Moro and genuine. The thing with fluorescence in anything is that it fades over time. This is something I really didn't think about, because the pigment that I have, it comes from a private collection, and I'm actually quite sure that this wasn't protected from UV during its history. UV breaks down the fluorescent emitting particles, and they just break down over time, which is quite, you know, it makes sense in a lot of ways. If you would have protected that bowl of Indian yellow from UV, or make paint out of it and put it in a tube, especially oil paint, which protects it just a little bit better. It's more its light fastness is better in oil than in watercolors for the genuine one. It wouldn't break down as much, which explains why this is still very yellow, but not bright fluorescent green. Well, this is kind of scary, but same with nails though. It's weird. This light is weird. Why did my well, I have no idea what happened here with the glass. It's probably, I have no idea. It's only on one side as well, and I'm not even sure if it's on the glass. Let me have a look if I can. If I lift this up and if I pull this down, it's on the grip thing underneath. It's not the glass. So Indian yellow, not Indian yellow. Yes, Indian yellow, no Indian yellow. Right? I think that's kind of a conclusion I can take out of this, because it is fluorescent, and I always thought, you know, it's not that fluorescent. It glows yellow under fluorescent light. Yes, that does. Everyone's teeth are fluorescent under 365 nanometer UV light. It's weird. Trust, it's weird stuff. But so to be kind of chemically, this is not helping. But I don't want to blind myself again. I send a ton of emails because the one that I have is just too old and it wasn't protected. So I sent a ton of emails, ton of messages online. Got a few responses, and all of them were negative, meaning they couldn't help me with it. I asked for a new sample of genuine Indian yellow, a well-preserved or washed sample. Failed there. So I went on a little adventure. Since I'm kind of already making pigments, I thought, you know, chemically, I wanna synthesize a pure, chemically pure Indian yellow. No cows near this stuff, chemically pure. And I came up with this. Well, in my opinion, these are still way too lemony yellow. Then again, I'm making it chemically pure, right? There's no urine in it. They weren't dried on straw piles of straw in the sun. They weren't kneaded by hand and shipped over the ocean. Cow-free Indian yellow. Genuine cow-free Indian yellow. And why? How, would you say? Well, there you go. No fluorescent chemicals have been used for this. So for the 10 people watching right now, I'm just imagining you applauding and screaming to your screen right now out of enthusiasm because you should be. Cow-free Indian yellow. To walk you through the steps. This one, I actually like this one because this one isn't as green as this one in its fluorescence. I washed it a few times. I didn't really wash this, or I did wash it, but a lot less. And I actually put the washing liquid back to this paint and swatched this here, which made it more fluorescent. It also made it a dirtier yellow. First attempt, one day. Great thing about this, I don't need to wait to wash, weigh, put it in my kiln for 12 hours. 10 hours later, I can take it out and see if it filled or not. I made 2 versions in a day and I mixed them a little bit. Then I had some time left. I don't know why. I don't think I actually had, but I made another version. This is, just taking these away, this is so much warmer than this one. Not as warm as this, but it's quite close to the Morrow one. Right, this is awfully close. But UV this, there we go again. If we UV this, you can actually see there is a lot of difference there. Right? In its mass tone, it's less UV reactive. In its wash, a lot. And just as a swatch, as a bright effing yellow. So this was just my second attempt. And this is I'm just going to put this on. Do not be so annoying. There we go. This is the little dish I swatched it out of the rest of the pigment. The 2 batches that I made, and I'm literally holding genuine Indian yellow here. I have 2 Petri dishes with Indian yellow pigment that I made myself. And as you can see, this one doesn't focus. Is it that time again? A little bit more excitement, build up for this when it wants to focus. You want to focus, right? You want to focus. You want to focus. I know you want to. There you go. So this is a piece of genuine Indian yellow that I just made with powders and liquid and a lot of time, but not as much as my other pigments. So this is an Indian yellow, guys. But like I said, chemically pure, and these are just these aren't big enough to hold. This is as close as we're going to get when we're talking animal-friendly Indian yellow. Let's get back to the other song because I think that the build-up was really nice there. This is just, yeah, this, so, yeah. I've done it, and I didn't even plan to. So, I'm excited. Who's interested? Who wants to buy some? I'm not going to... Thank you, A Watercolorist. I'm not going to sell these yet, because, like, literally, if I just look at whatever is piled up here, this is just a process towards a version of manganese green that I think is worth selling, and I just have 2 Indian yellows. So I'm not done with this at all. One thing I hate about myself in this process is that my line of interest is quite wide when it comes, you know, it's pigments. Yeah, it's just a niche, but it's a quite a wide niche. Has a lot of things that can get involved. Making pigments is even more niche. And I can't use any of the chemicals that I'm using for my calcination. I don't want to focus too much on precipitation, that method of making pigments. But this is one of them that I do want to focus on, and I need to invest a little bit more in it. So if you want to make any donation, please, you know, have a look at my Ko-fi, or you can do it via YouTube, because this is something I think is quite unique in a way that started for me with, I'm just going to cover the other thing that started for me with manganese green. So my passion of that is just basically, I read about it, there's names attached to that pigment, and there wasn't a single picture, a swatch, a picture of the pigment, anything online, anything at all that showed manganese green. So I made it. And with this, everyone knows I have a sample of it as well. The genuine stuff. I make pigment out of it in my Indian yellow video. I think that's the only place you can see the pigment being used to make the actual paint out of it. But with this, everyone's seen the bowls, everyone's seen the museum things and old tubes, or those old cakes of Indian yellow watercolor that go for $400 on eBay. Genuine Indian yellow in old oil tubes that have been dried out that go for way too much. Mr. Pigment's welcome. And by the way, I saw Teddy as well. Welcome. I was in the middle of thinking. So for me, it feels like kind of, you know, why not offer it as a pigment? I want to offer it as a paint as well. But I think I think I can turn this into something so that everyone has a chance to work with genuine Indian yellow. And this is genuine Indian yellow. The same as The finest ultramarine is ultramarine blue, and synthetic ultramarine PB29 is also ultramarine blue. Different source, different way of making it. Chemically, the same. So that's what I want to do with Indian yellow as well. But, like I said, I made 2 versions. I think it deserves a better name than just synthetic. Synthetic also implies that it's not natural, which isn't the case. I just replicated whatever is going on inside that bladder of a cow in a petri dish and a beaker. So yeah, there you have it. So this is what I've been doing this week. Now let's make some paint out of it. I did plan on doing that, and then I thought I'm not going to do that. And you know, now I don't see a... whoa, Mark! Holy cow! Thank you so much! Thank you so much! Oh my god! Yeah, I'm speechless. Thank you so much, Mark. That also you saying that really means a lot. And I'm just going to add that to that because I do agree. Oh, thank you so much. That's really too. That's. Yeah, speechless. It is really generous, but you know, don't let other people stop that from also supporting me. No, it's just wow, Mark. Wow, yeah, I just don't know what to say. I'm going to pour a drink for that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Wow. I'm not crying, you are. No. Wow. I can't like it on my screen, but I'm definitely just going to... I'm going to pour myself a drink. And then let's make some Indian yellow. Also, hey, watercolors you trying is also really means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mark. It really means a lot. It's really weird for me because basically, apart from this, I'm not really talking a lot about my work to people because they don't understand. Or when they do, they don't understand me being so deeply in it. What's my poison? Jameson Black Barrel. Smooth yet with a kick. I like it. Or Jameson. I'm literally lost here, Mark. I have no words. This is the reason why some people script all their things on YouTube. I've never done that. So I'm just going to make paint. Thanks, Teddy. Should I make the more orangey version first? This is a precipitation. Yeah, that's a good word. I'm first making the pigment, and this is a channel about pigments and handmade watercolors, dances with aardvarks. So I make watercolor paint. I have oil here to make oil paint, just, you know, so I'm prepared for anything. But I don't want to use my, just literally, I've made this. Why am I being so cheap on this? I can make it again. Let's make enough, let's make plenty. Where was I? I blame you, Mark. I just literally, so yeah, I'm making watercolors, but I don't want to contaminate my tools with oils or any chemicals that are used for cleaning those tools when making oil paint. So everything water soluble here, at least the things that I make. How much pigment is this even? Preparing a line of powder here, I think. Don't know what I'm doing. As you can see, I really don't know what I'm doing. There we go. No, this is just urine-free Indian yellow. But chemically, a lot darn closer than the stuff that I paid money for. That's not true. I need to rectify myself here. The guy from Moro Archival sent me this pigment for free. At least he sent it for free. And yet then I still had to pay import duties, taxes, and administration costs. This again. So let's do this. This is really weird because I've been kind of testing it, swatching it just while making it, while you know, working with that muddy substance before it dried. This is the first time making it out of dry pigment. Maybe this is a full fill that you see right now, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what's going on. It really feels like I'm working with Indian, like genuine, old genuine Indian yellow. This is exactly the same as this. I'm loving this. This feels like the genuine thing. It feels and looks like the genuine thing. Let's see if I can get this to work as well. Where are you? Thank you so much, watercolorists. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll be literally in the middle of. I wanna come. There we go. Okay, got this to work. Now I need it to turn as well, and I need to work. Yes, this is working. So this looks. Thank you so much, watercolorist. Really, this means a lot. And no matter the amount, like really out of the depth of my heart, it really means a lot. Sylvie, thanks for joining, and hope to see you soon. I hope everything's going well as well, but that will be, I'll ask that in private. So this is what mulling this looks like. It's a little bit lumpy, but it's not like, it doesn't mind the water. But you know, that depth here, like mustardy, I don't know if the white balance is correct, by the way. Let's just use this one here. That mustardy depth and that bright yellow. This is what we know and love about Indian yellow hue as a color. Which for, you know, what did just pop up on my screen? What was that? What was that? What can... I didn't know that can do that. Thank you, Gulchen. I don't know what, but apparently something popped up on my screen, and my screen is just too small, which is a shame. Thank you so much. Wait, let me. Can I check this somewhere? I can't check this anywhere. I'm just going to watch. What happened? What just happened? A new donation from Gulchen. That's what. Wow. I had to blow up my screen there. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Guys, thank you so much. Yes, Fat Filbert, this... To be honest, it smells like herbal tea. I don't particularly like herbal tea. But it is far, far better than genuine Indian yellow. Gulchen, thank you so much, and a watercolors as well. This, guys, thank you. This will help me so much with this. You have no idea. Yeah, minty, but in minty you can recognize the mints. Same with things like you know, any fruit or, you know, ginger or anything. You can smell that. Oh, Mark. Mark is up for a challenge here. If that would happen, this will I don't know what I'll do. For a watercolorist, Gulchen and Mark especially, you'll be the first one to get this and try it. A watercolorist, we really need to talk about how we're going to get that paint to you. I wasn't. I'm actually very Dutch. To be honest, my accent in my lives is I would call this my lazy accent. I don't know what my other accent would be, but this is just generally easier for me to talk like this. Mark is really up for a challenge. So in the meantime, I need to keep my head with my life as well. This is the first time I'm making this pigment into a paint, guys. Come on, you're distracting me. No, this is it's the best distraction ever. And what this looks like here, it kind of feels, by the way, we're still a paint making channel here, so I need to act professionally. Straight face. What happened here? Wow, I see a star. It's working. Fat Filbert, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Violet Storm, guys. Oh, seriously, thank you so much, guys. Violet, Filbert, this is, thank you so much. I'm going back here to like everything. Can I like anything? I can do this. Did Mark also have a an animation? I kind of missed that. Cheers. No. Cheers to you guys. Really. Thank you so much. I was looking the other way here. Here in YouTube you see like beautiful oh, I see text here with Violet. Sorry, I don't see that there. I'm so sorry. Violet, really, it is absolutely my utmost pleasure to do this, and this little community we're building here, and I really enjoy this. You're really helping me in more ways than you can possibly imagine, really. And sometimes I really doubt myself. I'm not going to get sentimental here. Sometimes I really doubt myself because with this last week I've just been into Indian yellow. I want to say something really wrong right now, but it's I've been so much focused. Okay, you know, different variations, different ideas, different possibilities. Especially after the first time I tried it, that I also get in a place where I start doubting myself. Is it worth it? Like, couldn't have I done something better with my time? And especially before I made the first version. Same with manganese green, more with manganese green even, but that is, you know, no one heard about that pigment. I never heard about that pigment before I saw it, its name on artistpigments.org. And don't start like that, Mark. That really starts making me cry, and then I need to go do. And I don't want to do that because I want to share this with you. You know, manganese green was, for me, was kind of a mildly an obsession. But this is something everyone who's interested in pigments or paint has heard of Indian yellow. Either they tried a hue version of it, whether it's a single pigment or a mixed version, whether it's close to this or not even close. I mean, I'm calling PY153 Indian yellow, and the more I work with Indian yellow, the more I work with Indian yellow, the more I'm distanced from PY153 as Indian yellow. Because this doesn't really, then the wrong camera, doesn't really look like what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing here looks like nickel azo, right? PY150. Exactly like PY150. I mean, it has the mustardy mask tone, it has that bright fluorescent yellow wash, and this is just orangey. This is liquid sun for me still and always. PY153 is just one of my favorite pigments. But looking more into this and looking more at this is, I don't know even why I started it. Yeah, I started doubting myself. Let's swatch this. But it's, I'll make a video about that as well. I'm not going to bother you with that, but I've lost words, guys. Seriously, I'm trying to kind of process what's happening here, and when I look on that screen, all I see is beautiful colors, and I don't see it here, which is a shame. Yeah, chemically, this is solid. This works. This is good. Let me get the. Like this is solid stuff. And interestingly, the small piece of Indian yellow I have here, if I put that under black light, this is the one that glowed orange, and it does as a pure piece as well. You see that? Let me get that on there. Bright orange pieces, but that green fluorescence, that is very very much a thing for genuine Indian yellow. Is here. Also under the microscope, and I haven't. The slide that I've prepped is kind of it broke. It was a big mess, like literally 2 minutes before my live stream. It was a big mess here with swatches, tools, well, these things and my other things and that thing over there, and it was too chaotic here. I really should try to make a little bit more space, but so my microscope slide it broke. But what I will show you very soon, yeah, I made magnesium euxanthate, yeah. But it's nothing like the pictures you see from Morrow archival. Not even close. And I can purify this as much as I want. This was pure. This is washed a lot of times, which made it a pill version. Right, so this is the. I'm just going to do it like this. The beautiful violet has its own place, but this is washed. Right, so this is what you get when you wash it. And this is the difference when you wash it versus not washing it. And I try to, that's what you can see here, I try to knead this into a bowl to see, you know, can I make a bowl of Indian yellow? But it's a chemically pure version. And the thing that makes it kneadable into a bowl is partly urea, but also all the other sticky stuff from the urine of a cow that that makes it that for Fat Filbert, seriously? Thank you so much. Why don't you let me finish my sentence? Thank you so much. No, I didn't at Gumarabic. Fat Filbert, I'm giving you like I know it's paint for you as well, and everyone who donated. You'll be the first one to be able to try this paint. With everything going on in the world, I'm not saying I'll send you this paint for free. I'm just going to be really honest there, because shipping is something. Jesus, Mark, what the actual? You're a man of your word, Mark. I salute you, I respect you, I thank you out of... You did... Folks, you did it. Really, Mark, you did... What? You! You're the hero here. Where are you hiding your cape or your mask? Because seriously, what's the... I'm speechless. I don't know. I don't even know. I need to scroll back to see what we were talking about. No, a watercolorist. Though Fat Filbert and Mark, the last two donations really is... That's too much. But I want you to know that everyone, no matter your donation, I I've lost words. I appreciate every single bit of it, even just a nice comment about it, or any verbal support or whatever. But this is just really. Gulshan, don't you know, don't even have to explain it. I appreciate it, really. A lot. Okay, it feels way too surreal right now. But I need to heart this. I need to give everything a heart here that I haven't done, if I haven't done that before. Guys, seriously, wow. Ian, you with your humor and experience, I think you will beat me hard at YouTube. Don't dare to do live streams on Wednesday. So I have Indian. This is just, you know, this is just pigment. This is just paint. You know, whatever. Oh, that's not true. Without this, I wouldn't have gotten to know you. I wouldn't have gotten to this point. And this absolutely bonkers live with all your donation, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Gulshan. I need to get kind of, okay. Swatch and dot, yeah. Swatch and dot. Refocus. So I was talking about something. I really need to scroll back because I wanna stay professional here as well. Dances with Artfox asked if I added gum arabic. Well, yeah, with this, yes, I made watercolor paint, but with pigment, no. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the background music. It's kind of feeling my it wants to force the tears out, I guess. I know I have enough for at least. It is, I have to say, and maybe I need to work on that. Maybe I need to clean it still. It feels a little bit goopy, so I'm not quite sure if this dries, it's still a nice, usable paint. So this is literally the first time I'm making paint out of the dry pigment and letting it dry again. 2 dots. Hey, watercolor! What's up with you? Force the tears out. I can't. There's like a barrier for that. It's not. I'm not even joking. Sometimes I really want to, but that's getting a little bit too personal. But I don't know. Can't be worse than zinc green. Let's see about that. Now, what this reminds me of, and that's not particularly positive, is the Maya Violet that I made with Paligorsky. Oh, I think I didn't use enough pigment dye with that. I think reactivating, like, we can literally just test it, right? This is nothing but a residue of this, just scraped down, added a bit of water and a drop of my binder. So we can literally just, this is dry, by the way, right? So, dry, not yellow. Yeah, it's reactivating. That's reactivating really well. I mean, you can, yeah, it's just to, I'm not cheating. This is reactivating really well. I wanted to get a little bit more out, but just to show you that it's, so that's good. It feels like it's kind of, it's not translucent. I'm just going to say this. If you're rewatching this, I know you can't make donations in the chat, but there is a super thanks option on YouTube. I'm not begging right now, but I noticed that we're here with you're a fantastic group of people. I really appreciate every single one of you. Whether you made a donation or not, whether you're joining the chat or you're just always watching from the sidelines, I appreciate you. But every week or every live stream I have is watched by about 100 to 200, sometimes almost 300 people, but on average kind of 170 people, 120, 170, 250, 120, 170, 170, 170. So like, let's say there's an average of 10 people here that stick around off and on during the live, but there's an average of 150 people watching it every week. Is it thanks on normal videos? Let's make it super thanks. Or you make it super and YouTube does the thanks, right? So does that sound cheap? I don't know, but just saying, like I said, I don't want to beg or ask for anything, but I noticed that there's actually a lot. I'm not looking into my YouTube analytics a lot. But I did notice that when I was looking to, and that's just for fun, how many times that one short of Potter's Pink has been watched again. And it's really weird, but over the last 48 hours, it's watched over 700,000 times. It's now at 55.3 million views. And it's a video of 6 cents, so it really doesn't bring me anything money-wise, but the amount of views is just amazing. I can brag that I have 55 million views on a video of 6 seconds long. Sentience! Thank you so much! Thank you so much! Immediately going to like it. Which video is it? Thank you so much. No, it's not 6 cents for That isn't it. It over the last year, it's like I can look it up later. It said it like my average, but that's based on my subscribers, my the ads of, you know, of all my longer videos, the long form videos. It said it's 2 cents per 1,000 views. Anyone good at math here? I didn't want to calculate, but 0.02 times 55.3, no, 55.3, and then 3 zeros behind that. That video should have made me, according to YouTube, $1.1 million and 6,000. If it got 2 cents for every 1,000 views. I think over the last, this happened within over the last year, so it's about a year now. I think I got 200 euros for it. If that's the case, YouTube's cut is way too much. If the creator gets 200 euros and YouTube gets 1.1 million, 5,800 euros. That would be wrong. If that would be the case. I really want to think the best of people. Which really, like, I'm really skeptical about that, by the way. Thinking the best of people, but after today, there's no way that I can think ill of any of you. But that's because we're Pigment family. But also, I think it's not the full picture of, you know, the 2 cents for 1,000 views is as a long form video, the long form format. The short form, I don't know what that is. I also feel that they change it a lot, and is it 1,100, not 11 million? Did I add 3 zeros too much? I think that could be. You're actually right about that. What did I do wrong? I don't even want to know what I did do wrong. But anyway, 200 out of 1,100 still. I need to look it up how much it exactly is. Maybe it's not 200. Maybe it's more. I don't know. But it's been over a year, so in the beginning it was definitely like the views, especially in November, October, November, the views went crazy. But today, like 700,000 in a day is also ridiculous. Thank you, watercolors. Let's watch this. Everything you guys been doing. I've lost my words here. Sentient again for you, for your donation. I don't think I put enough emphasis on that. I've lost all my words, literally. Thank you so much, everyone. let's swatch this. So this is dry pigment. Which in all honesty, doesn't look a lot different than the wet stuff that I've tried. Let's smoothen it out one more time. Genuine Indian yellow. Chemically pure bovine cow free Indian yellow. Magnesium euxanthates. Or that sticky stuff that you read about when you're interested in pigments that lights up under black light. There you go. 3 dots and a swatch. Did I do good, Gulchen? I don't think I forgot anything. Obviously now it's time to test the swatch as well. I need to. Why is it keep? It's keep doing stuff. It keeps doing stuff. My words are literal soup here. Let's turn this off. I kept getting notifications. I put a camera in the garden. An old smart camera that I had that could be used outside, hopefully. I was just, having a drink while I was waiting for that to dry today, and I built a tree house for my kids last summer, and I was sitting just close to that in the same corner of the garden, and I heard something. My girls were at school, so I know those weren't kids. I heard something like, or something, it was heavy, and I looked up, and there was like a big fat squirrel just looking right at me, and then he jumped away. And the funny thing is, literally yesterday, I was talking with one of my kids about, if other animals are using their treehouse, or and she was kind of fantasizing about maybe there's a squirrel that uses it to go from from this place towards that tree, as a tree with nuts. It's from my neighbors, but it's a big tree, so the branches are kind of overhanging, and literally that's what happened today. But so I put a camera there in hopes that I could catch that little big squirrel doing that, so I can show her, but no luck so far. But I kept getting notifications there were that there was movement there. We had frog spawn. I built them a little frog pond. Literally, it's just a big cement bucket that I put in the ground with some moss around it, and a lot of frog spawn that were slowly turning into frogs, which was great, for them to see how that frog spawn grows into a little like thing with 2 front legs, and then it gets back legs, and then it gets out of the water, but still has a tail, and then it loses the tail, and it's just this tiny microscopic. It's not microscopic. Tiny micro frogs. And by the time that the frog spawn ended up being little frogs that jumped out of the water, hedgehogs. At sunset, I was on the phone one day, and I heard like something moving through the leaves around that, something moving in the bushes. I thought, what is it? It sounds way too big for a bird. And there's just a big hedgehog, and I saw like two smaller ones. It was a family there, but the other ones didn't really walk around it, just walking around the frog pond. Apparently they eat tiny frogs. So I didn't tell my kids that part, that they were probably all eaten. But it's nature, part of nature. Anyway, yeah, back to the chat. Hey, watercolorist, 12 people, only 7 likes. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't see the likes here, but that, shame on you, people. My swatch is very similar to the Indian Yellow Genuine by Winsor & Newton. I'm going to look that up. Let's have a look. I see how many people viewed it. 31 people who viewed it. 13 people watching. Average watching time, 9 minutes and 28 seconds. Which is weird. How's that? How is that? Yeah, I know. I've had a family of hedgehogs in the garden before, and they made a small nest. I want to call it a nest, but it's more like a burrow in the garden. It was full of snail houses, and there were loads of snails in on all the plants, but loads of snail houses. And what I did for them is I just put like spinach and fresh lettuce and things like that, leaves out of the garden. I put that near their burrow, and at sunset, when the air got a little bit more moist and it cooled down a little bit, all the snails and slugs went there, and it was like a buffet for the hedgehogs. And that got rid of loads of those annoying other animals in the garden. I wanted to look up the Winsor & Newton thing, and I got something new in my studio. Dramatic entrance. So for live streams, I could get this really cheap second-hand heat lamp. So my swatches dry a little bit quicker. Let me have a look at. Why can't I? Is that the color story version? Oil. I can't see the swatch of that particular one, but it's like, you know, if you see Van Gogh A Starry Night, it's not very unsimilar than, you know, the yellow I see here. To be honest. Right, let's put up something different. NYX. This is dry enough already. Probably is. Okay, so this is more of a mastone. Let's put it. This is still a bit wet. Let's put this. Let's have a look what this compares to a dried version with a little bit less mastone, but that's a kind of similar curve. So, genuine Indian yellow. Now let's compare this to genuine Indian yellow, old Indian yellow. That isn't pure, by all means, not pure. As you can see, there's loads of blue stuff in okay, that's weird. Okay, but the red and everything from basically from 540 nanometers has the same reflectance curve upwards. Yeah, I really don't know what that means because like I said, it's a really old version. And let's put Moros next to that as well. Let's put it there. Also, 540, 560 nanometers, kind of the same. But it's also lacking this part here. So, as you can see, and I'm just going to put this on this just to have a look. I'm just going to have a look. Right, so there's definitely a similar curve when it comes to the red wavelengths, and a very not so similar curve when it comes to some others. This is, by the way, PY153. Now another Indian yellow substitute, PY110. Also way higher here and not enough here. Another pigment. Same issue with it. As you can see, yellows are kind of not so interesting when it comes to wavelengths. This is PY227 NTP yellow. Let's try this. Also, not even close. Benzie yellow, PY154. So the synthetic yellows all have the same kind of weird bump in it. Let's just, you know, make a weird one. PY53, not even close. And then we have PY150. Let's see if that is actually closer to the genuine one. Okay, 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 okay. One more. Okay, this is interesting. Like with yellows, to be honest, there's not a lot of bumps and ridges in the reflecting screw. So yellows for me are just, you know, with this part, I can't really identify them. There's not like a spectacular amount of near infrared or near ultraviolet that is visible here. But Mark, thank you so much out of the bottom of my heart, soul, and everything I have here. Thank you so much for your support and your friendship as well. PY108, I don't have... I have that right in front of me. I made a swatch of that last live, didn't I? I did something with this. I know I did something with this, right? I made this. I made this. But where is it? PY83 I have over here. Can't find it. I don't have any more swatches here. Do I have them here? I can make that. I can quickly make that. But what I want to show to you, this curve over here. I'm going to going to my yellows here, and I have PY150 here. Add to color bar. Is that correct? That is correct. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm doing now, all right. Guess which pigment is the dotted line? The other one, the rainbow curve, PY150. The dotted line. The software accepts it as something that would pass a quality test for printing. Just going to do one more. Okay, so this is more of a wash. This was more mid-tone. This is a wash. And this would be a master tone. That's Moro, Indian yellow. Moro Archival Indian Yellow. MPY 150. As you can see here, software-wise are a match. As I said before, not really saying a lot when it comes to yellow pigments. That's the most northern Scottish thing I've heard in this chat, Ian. I once had a chat with a hedgehog. Nice. Nice, nice. Let me write this here. I'm not calling it magnesium euxanthate yellow. Mew. Me. Well, Mago? Mag, what is that? What is that sentient? Genuine vegan Indian yellow, yeah. But then I can only sell that as a pigment like that because I do make my paint with honey. So I would call it genuine vegan Indian yellow with honey. Oh, that's terrible. So yeah, these kind of dry the same, except for the I just swatched this way more pigment heavy than I did with this. This was just literally the rest that was left in this little dish. Monica piss yellow, thank you for that, Ian. Monica but no piss yellow, yeah. I will think of a name. I'm just randomly thinking of names, but yeah. So I didn't really expect this to be the Indian Yellow live stream that it became, but it did. So you know, the amazing thing about this, let's call it Dutch yellow, or no, it was a English colony. We had different colonies as Dutch, and we shouldn't bring that up anymore. We want to leave that in the past. But yeah. It's I don't know. I don't know about the name. Just maybe commercial, genuine Indian yellow. Genuine Indian yellow that you can use. Do you have the spectral curve of Gamboge? You asked that before. I want to say yes, but then I'll be lying. I really need to look very... Wait, I can do that if you just give me 1 minute. You entertain each other. The Indian yellow video that I, sent the link for last time. The one where I compare it to genuine Indian yellow and PY 150, 153 and Gamboge. I keep all my swatches. I don't know where I keep them. But I keep them all in a file. And it should be somewhere here. Oh, that's a lot of swatches. I'm going to regret doing this. Wait, maybe I'm not. Yes, I am. Why is this? Why does this... Seriously? I thought I had it. I didn't. I need to know what that swatch looked like. It's not too much trouble. It's a challenge. There you go. There's the video. Where do I swatch it? Okay, so that's what the swatch looks like. Now I know what to look for. I did find, like, the page I used for my dot pens, or my pens for it, but... So I'm close. I think. The amount of experiments I've done with paints here, it's ridiculous. come on. It was so close. I really thought I had it. I want to read what everyone's saying, but also I want to find it now. Wait, do I have it? Oh my god, this is so close. This is that. Okay. Okay. I'm really close now. Should be here somewhere. Please be here somewhere. What is this? What it? Dutch? What the hell? Okay, so I didn't find it, but I did find the original swatches that I made for. This is genuine Indian yellow that I swatched back then, P1 150. But the NY24 I do miss. Rick, thanks for joining. See you. I completely missed that you were going, but yeah, I'm back. I've literally, I have way too many swatches. But I was thinking, why go to the trouble of looking for an old swatch when you can make a new one? If I can. Can I? I mean, I know I can, but let's do that. Let's do that a different life. Let's do that a different life. I thought, maybe get a piece of gamboge, but let's cheat our way through this. Is there someone who actually offers gamboge? Genuine gamboge. Watercolor. Pigments, yellow, NY24, gamboge, Cornelissen as a pigment, Mora archival as a watercolor. Then let's go to the spectral curves, watercolor. Is Moro in there? No. Then dry pigment, and go to Cornelissen and Sons. C. Robertson. No Cornelissen. That's a shame. No. So there's nothing on the internet as well. So let's put this back here. It's a shame. I really thought I could find it quickly. I mean, like literally, this thing is full of. It should only be like one little piece, a rectangle piece of paper, since I did find the other swatches that I really made in one go back then for the video. I'm in the right place. It should be here. Which makes it more frustrating to not find it now. Wow, this is so old. Oh, I thought I found it. Gold. Oh, why did I use that small paper for it? Why? I know why, because I didn't really have a lot of paper. I just started doing my thing back then. No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. But for the next live stream, I will promise you, like this is just like a handful of swatch things and stuff, and just a handful. Nothing small that falls out of it. Shame, that's a shame, that's a shame. Now for the next live stream, which I probably will do a little bit sooner, so before next week, I'll just make sure I have a piece of gamboge I can swatch for you. Because I do think it is a real fair question to compare to that. Especially since of that also there is no visual no spectral curve, at least not on artistpigments.org, not from art materials. Maybe just in this pile, just quickly. No, that's the wrong yellow. No. So I'm back, and please don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I think you are more than right to ask that. What I can do, though, I don't think it is in here. If it is, that would be ideal. It will make it. I know a watercolor. What will happen if I mean, with all the best intentions, I will buy a binder. But sometimes I actually need your a reminder of that I need to swatch the paint I'm literally have in front of me, or put it in a dot pen before it dries out. So I don't know if that binder will be used efficiently enough. Very honest here. You know, if anyone from Kramer is watching, but I will send them an email about this. Where's your yellow collection box? I mean, you have a blue collection box with blue pigments, a red one, a green one. Where's the yellow? I need the yellow. I don't know, a lot of people have been asking for that. Gamboge next time. I really want to take it out of my toxic pigment cover. But what happens then is, you know, I can show that to you. The alarm goes off. Which already happened now, so I can look anyway, right? I mean, It should be here in the front. If it's not in the front, I will promise I'm not going to look for it anymore. Okay? I have a lot of realgar, cadmium, another realgar, chrome, Naples, genuine, more realgar, cadmium, chrome, lead, tin, and I do not see, I do see, no, this is not, this is chrome yellow. It's a lot of small bottles in front, by the way, so it's not that I'm chrome, massicots. No, I need to go way to the back for this, which I'm not going to do, as I promised. Yeah, I took a piece of paper that was laying there for that, for the actual ones, but I didn't open anything, and with my toxic pigment cupboard, I clean all the jars before I put them in, because there's a lot of old pigment bottles that I showed, you know, during the unboxing of the mystery old pigment box. Things break, things. I had a box of old pigments a while back, which had a bottle of Veronese green earth, which pure Veronese green earth is rather hard to get new. At least, you know, you can still buy it, but it was from Lucas Pigments, which I think has been taken over by Schmincke, I don't know. And that bottle was broken, which I found was kind of the same, but it broke like here. I unpacked it, and it broke on my, in a clean piece, the bottom just fell off. So I put all the pigment through a sieve and put it back in the bottle here, but I resined the bottle back together because, you know. Sentia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for today, for everything. I'm not going to stay very long either, because I'm still kind of speechless with everything that by everything that happened this evening, this stream, which was a mind-blowing, really weird but amazing stream. Yeah, it did. That's true. That's true, Gulshan. But it did fall on a swatch card I had, and, you know, some other things which, you know, they're a little bit more greenish. But at least it wasn't a very. It's not a very staining pigment as well, so it didn't leave any permanent marks. Thank you so much, Sentient. I hope to see you soon again when I do have Gamboge. Any other requests by anyone for things I have to look for, by any chance? Also, a great thing about this, what I'm actually really thrilled of, we have chemically pure genuine Indian yellow here. Two versions, even a purer version, but this is, for my taste, it's a little bit too lemony yellow, and this is close. This is quite close, but not. It misses the orange a little bit, but there's one but here. Whereas this is genuine. Where you're looking at what you're looking at right now. This is the wash. It was a little bit too orange for me, for my taste as well. Whereas when, you know, PY150 does have that orangey, mustardy yellow, it is still a little bit warmer, absolutely. But I think I know how to fix that. No, it's probably one mistake that I made, or at least it's not really a mistake. It's a variation in one step I can take in the process. And that should give me I'm going to try that tomorrow. It should give me a more orangey, warmer yellow. Still with that glow. Still with that fluorescence, but warmer. But what I wanted to say, chemically correct Indian yellow. I can finally ask, what do you want to see it mixed with? As a first person since its ban, I think. I can definitely, after this celebratory, is that a word, live, all the support I got from everyone, and really what that means to me and how this, what that means to this process as well, I think. We can just take it a step further. I can buy the chemicals to, enough of them to make more, to experiment a little bit with a different, not setup, but a different process, purer chemicals, so we can make this the best version possible, and then we can just have our go with it. PB29 Gulchen. Excellent. Just, genuine ultramarine, synthetic ultramarine. We're both there at the time, by the way. What does it mix with? Can you make a good orange with this? Can you make a nice green with this? I can make this, but we can play with this right now. As no one has done this before, because everything of this is either in a museum or in a private collection, or a piece in my hands in this case. But now there's more, so we can do that. Again, 2 lemon, getting a lot closer here. But PY150, I know why this is like the Indian yellow hue to go when I'm looking at this. Oh, there's no doubt about that. I was in denial for a long time. I thought PY153 was my go-to Indian yellow. It's my go-to warm yellow, definitely, and I still keep calling it Indian yellow in my paint. But I know I was wrong with that. I mean, looking at this and this and how 153 looks, I know I was wrong. I just took it over from the label, I think. And it's an extinct pigment, which it has an edge, but definitely not as close as the genuine thing as this one is. And I want to get the new genuine Indian yellow. Is that that doesn't have a good ring to it. Cobalts. Ooh, PG50 teal with Indian yellow. Oh, I want to try that. Pyrrole scarlet as well. Maybe my cobalt violet I made the other day. My own cobalt blue. Yeah, just play with it. Let's do that at a different time. Next week, Wednesday, or is there any time that suits any one of you better? I know there's a few core members gone already. Think about that. Let me know if you wanna, if there's a different time before next week, Wednesday, when we can do this, when we can play with this. Because I'm really excited about this, and it's late. It's very late tomorrow morning. It will be early again, but I'm going to make a list for tomorrow. Just put some things down, so I can I'm not even going to wait with this investment, with your support and gifts, and I'm going to put them to very good use. Yeah. Quinacridons, absolutely. Just the basic mix. Even a phthalo. Just how does this mix? How can you make a? What does it do with phthalo green? The most chemical, non-natural looking green there is, kind of. How would it mix with that? Or a phthalo blue? Can you make a nice green with it? Kind of feels like blasphemy, but it's. These were all white powders a week ago. So I don't see a reason not to mix with this, not to use it, not to play with this, and just answer all the curiosity or questions you have about what would you do with Indian yellow. And let's just go with that. Just start with that and go with it. Anytime. Oklahoma. What's the time difference there? 8, 9 hours with here. What time is it? It's 11:15 in the evening here right now. I think around this time pretty much works best globally. Still, have some people waking up from the Aussie side of the world, and then there's the middle of the day or morning in some cases in the US. I'll think tomorrow, just around 8 in the evening for me. Just ground up some Cheetos for that, Ian. 4:20, and my math is horrible, but that's 7-hour difference. Yeah. Okay. Then I won't do a morning live. No, I'll probably 8-ish here tomorrow, which would be 1 p.m. for you. I'm going to look for the Gamboge. Going to make a list of things I am going to buy. Just basically, I'm going to buy them. It's not a wish list anymore. And my appreciation is off the charts, really. Everyone, thank you so much for your support for this amazing live stream, for making it possible for me to continue on this path of this journey towards Indian yellow. We do have we have physical proof here that it will work. We just need some steering, so we're going to make it work. It's a shopping list, definitely. It just became, from a wish list, it went to a shopping list. So let's do that. Fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, out of the bottom of my heart and everything. You're amazing. Have a great day.